Hi there crafters, Louise with you today. Thank you so much for checking out this video. It is inspired by this sketch which I've designed. It's an exclusive for subscribers, so if you are a Kitaholic Kits subby, you will get access to this particular sketch. And you can happily use it for your inspiration. By all means, anything that you see that I've created, if it inspires you, absolutely go ahead and use it. Whether it be a scrap lift, a sketch, or a particular idea or technique. I share my videos, I'm on design teams, I love to craft, and it is purely just as an inspiration outlet that I share my videos. So go ahead and lift and make sure that you tag me so I can check out your work. All right, so you can see that this particular sketch is definitely inspired by that sort of circular background. So I'm taking a bunch of patterned papers and I'm using sort of all of the same color palette. So all those teals and different colors from the kit. I want to cut different circles and make sure that there is lots to play with when I'm creating that background. Now, when I created the actual sketch, I didn't necessarily start in mind with the idea that I was going to particularly add that glitter background, but as the sketch progressed, it definitely needed a little bit of something, so it was time to pull out a little bit of mixed media and get something happening in the background. All right, now I'm going to place these, and off camera what you don't see is that I'm actually going to glue these, because it's not very often I like the initial layout, but in this case where I place those circles actually tends to work really well, so I have to glue it off camera so that they actually stick together and I don't have to try and recreate this whole thing, because it never looks the same the second time around. I don't know why that is, but it's very frustrating. So you may feel my pain, and as you can see, some of it is stuck together off camera, and I have to have a little bit of think about how I'm going to separate this back stripy pattern paper with that sort of explosion of circles and the photos. So these are actually photos of my original cat. So a lot of you have seen my little ginger, but we call him a crackhead, ginger crackhead, and that is, these photos are actually not of him. So I have two ginger cats. The first one's name is Squirrel, and the second one is Popeye. So these are photos of when we brought Squirrel home, and she was just the most adorable little kitten. She was so sweet and lovely. And then we brought home the ginger crackhead, Popeye, and that just, got a bit out of control. But anyway, I won't go down that path. I will happily save that story for another day. But you can see that the little bit of gold behind there really just does help to enhance those circles. And having the gold in that patterned paper as well was a great little feature and addition. So I just keep adding colour and elements until I'm quite happy with how much is standing out behind it, just to have a little bit poking out in those places where I think it needs it. That needs to dry naturally. I prefer not to use my heat gun on that sort of thing, so I just leave it and then I come back to it with my tacky glue. Tacky glue, very important, because you need to adhere to that glitter, and it is quite hard to stick anything to it with just normal double-sided tape, so tacky glue to the rescue. And it's at this point where I've grabbed a couple of bits and pieces, some ephemera. It was really hard because I already had that circular feature. I didn't really want to detract from that, but I did find these sort of vellum pieces, and I think they add to that quite nicely. And the little circular piece with the florals is going to form the basis for my journaling. So lots of little pretty pieces, a few extras. I had a bit of trouble with my glue here. I had to get a bit more sticky with it. And then I'm going to also rest something on top of that. Vellum just doesn't seem to stick. I don't know if anybody else has that problem or if it's just me in my sort of humid region, but I did have a little trouble with the vellum. All right, having a look at the sticker sheet, I'm going to add a few little embellishments and bits and pieces, but essentially I wanted to keep this layout really about that circular background, and the gold glitter behind it gives enough of a pop that it doesn't need to be too overwhelming. So a really fun memory keeping layout for you today, a few little embellishments to add, but essentially I'm calling this one finished. So I thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you are subscribed to Kitaholic Kits. And if you're not a subscriber, definitely think about becoming one. You will not be disappointed with that box of goodies that comes every month. It is so fun to create with. You'll easily get 12 to 15 layouts and you'll have the best time doing it. So happy scrapping and enjoy!